John Daniel here, back in Potsdam for a town board meeting for the to save the Nightmare on Elm Street house, and I'm gonna meet some people. There's supposed to be some people to show up to go to this meeting. I don't know how many are gonna show up, and there's two people at this time. Well, two people is better than just me. Okay, let's go to the meeting. Hi, John B. Shaw.
Right.
Ryan, I know you. Two of us? Three of us?
Three of us at the moment. Just to know what you want.
Yeah, we got 45 minutes. I'm documenting everything. I don't know what to expect tonight.
Well, hopefully not too much trouble.
We'll see. Yeah, they know who I am. They'll know who I am when I walk. We're heading into the town hall. Elm Street, a long time, since high school. An English teacher knew Mr. Craven. The gentleman here said that Freddy Krueger has nothing to do with 18 Elm Street. Well, Wes Craven made his first film in that place, along with other parts in Market Street and all things. I'm just telling you some facts you've probably always seen on the internet and everything. But Elm Street, even Clarkson University says Elm Street, right there behind me, was part of the movie. You got the name for Elm Street. So I just want to clarify, in my opinion, that, you know, when I'm saying about Freddy Krueger, can be connected to Potsdam, even if it isn't the main character created, you know, from Potsdam. He got from somewhere else. There's some questions I'd like to ask. When are you going to have the fire drill?
I think they decided not to.
They decided not to?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's not going to be a drill or anything like that?
No.
Okay. When you demolish the house, do you know when it's going to occur, or have you got no idea yet?
No, as a matter of fact, we are going to accept a bid tonight on evaluating whether there are any kind of substances like asbestos in there, because if that's true, it will have to be done in a special way that won't harm the environment.
Okay.
So we have not set any date, Mr. Risha.
Okay. You don't have an estimate yet about the entire cost of demolishing everything in the property?
No.
Not yet? So everything's still in the planning stage,
Yes.
basically?
Yes.
All right. So you pretty much got your mind set for the destroy the property, from what I hear tonight here, and what's been said in the media and everything?
I think pretty much, yes.
I've been quoted, like in the paper, Larry here's wrote a story, and there's been other stories. But this is my opinion. I've seen houses in worse shape, like he stated in the past. I went to Morrisville College, and they had the alumni office had a special fund put together to restore Madison Hall, it's called. It was the county seat, and it was the first building on that campus used. And they found a way to restore it. It took a couple years, but they did it. The building was in just as bad shape as Elm Street, but they did it. And now it's being used. There's a house in Messina on East Dover Street. The foundation was collapsing. The house was cracking the walls. He restored it. He's been working on it for 2 years. I'm very creative when it comes to his history. I may think different, but there's so many possibilities. You could have a community effort with this house. You could bring Potsdam together. Just my opinion. You could have all kinds of events to save a beautiful old house that, in my opinion, it is getting more rare in time, because we're losing a lot of our past here in the North Country. Like in Louisville, they're going to be destroying the old Louisville Bridge, and that bridge is beautiful. There's so much that house could do for Potsdam in the future, in my opinion. It would be a big mistake, and I feel people later on will regret that it would be gone. It can be done, Mrs. Mary, it can be done.
You know, you make me feel so bad as if we don't share those feelings. And I don't want to debate this, John.
Yeah, I know.
think we understand where you're coming from, and it's simply practicality versus idealism here. And I wish this had happened 40 or 50 years ago, when we could have easily done what you asked. But could I ask each of you where you reside? Mr. Misha, you're from Messina?
Messina, yes.
Where are you from, sir?
I live just up the street on
I
Elm Street.
thought you did.
Madrid Avenue.
Madrid Avenue?
Kingston, New York.
Okay. I don't know whether, and this young woman, where are you from?
Messina.
You're from
She
Messina.
lives across, well, you were at a party in Wilson Hill, she lives across the street. I could have talked to you then, but I didn't know you were on Wilson Hill.
Just visiting.
Yeah.
I would have been glad to do that, John. I don't want to throw water on your parade, but honestly, I have not received one email, one letter, one phone call from anyone in Potsdam asking us to preserve that building. And you may think that that's, well, if, you know, right now you have, but I'm saying up until tonight. And I think it's simply because, as Mimi has found out, as John has when he's gone over there with the fire department, that the building is in such disrepair, and that no one has the initiative or time to raise the money when it's in such economic hard times, that they're willing to do anything about it. I mean, do any of you, has anybody come to any of you?
I think it's more, no one has come to me, but it's more than just a little restoration job.
Yeah.
I mean, we could take a few acres and build the Parthenon again, but it would take quadrillions to do it. We could do it,
Yeah.
and you might say, well, you could raise the money, why not? You know, but we can't save every building. We're lucky that we have many, many buildings that are historical in Potsdam that have been saved and that in the future will be saved. But this one is so needy because of its history, in the sense that it's been stripped and structurally it's not sound, that essentially we'd be building a whole new building. Everything new, and just kind of like imagining the lines. And I think that's the problem. It would, in the long run, I don't think you could raise the money, but even if you could, I think it's a poor use of millions of dollars. I think in a historic sense, there are other buildings in town that maybe could use those funds better and be more useful. I'm thinking it would be the most expensive bed and breakfast in all of Potsdam. You know, if it took $2 million
Well, there's
to...
more ideas than bed and breakfast, but that's just one of the many
Yeah.
ideas we've thrown around for possible revitalization of property.
What?
A bed and breakfast, a house museum, an incubator for small business. I mean,
Well,
we've just begun to,
And would the Historical Society own it, maintain it?
well, I mean, we're open to that. We're open to any possibilities at this point that will save this house, whether the Preservation Society owns it or it's privately owned.
I think we have clear understanding of your point of view.
Just for the record, I did have a personal conversation with someone in May
Did you?
about the house. That's when I began talk
About the facade and then...
trying to save the facade. This person thought it was a shame,
Yeah.
as we all do,
Yeah.
that the house has gotten to this point.
If I had come in earlier, because when I found out about the fire drill, because I've known about the house for years, maybe if I had got 5 years ago, if I had come in earlier.
Yes, John. But I thank you
So I
so
pretty much
much
came in late, like some people told me.
Thank you for coming, all of you. I appreciate your comments. We certainly understand them, and we will digest what you have to say. Thank you again.
One last question.